Now, elephants are still used today in the teak forests of Burma. They are used to harvest wood from the surrounding forests, where they will drag logs to rivers, and these logs will then float to mills for processing. So what we'd like to do is give you a working demonstration of just how these elephants are used today. So the harness that George is wearing is made of canvas, and it distributes the weight evenly across his shoulders and chest, so he can pull that heavy load without a problem. Elephants are preferred over heavy machinery because they are much more maneuverable, and they don't cause as much damage to the surrounding forests. They can also access those high mountainous regions where vehicles such as trucks just can't go. Alright, well George has done an excellent job pulling that log for us. And now we'd like to push it back into place. So you guys may have noticed that both Jake and George have tusks. In the Asian species, only the males will have those long tusks, while females have a much shorter version called tushes. Elephant tusks are made out of ivory, and unfortunately, the illegal killing of elephants for their tusks poses a significant threat to the survival of both species today. Humans have used ivory for thousands of years to make items such as piano keys, billiard balls, and carvings. It is also very valuable, so the tusks from a single elephant can be worth more than 10 times the average annual income in many African countries. Okay, looks like George has got it there. And now that he's up at the front, he'd like to say hello to everyone. Thank you, George. Alright, now here comes little Jake to show that he too has amazing strength, even at such a young age. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you think that Jake can pull that enormous log behind me? Yes? Jake, do you think you can pull this log? No? Come on, Jake, what if I were to give you a treat? Okay. Here you go, Jake. Alright, now dig in those heels, let's see it. Just look at that power. When our elephants are young, we do like to keep their loads light. That way they can get used to wearing the harness. But it won't be long before Jake is just as big as George, and he'll be able to pull loads just like him. You'll also notice that our safari elephants are very well mannered, and they always clean up after themselves. After showing off a little, of course. Thank you, Jake. Now, one of the most unique features of the elephant is, of course, their trunk. They use it as a nose for smelling and breathing, as well as like a hand for pushing food into their mouth, squirting water into their mouth, and picking things up. So what we'd like to do now is show you just how dexterous the elephant trunk is. So can I get a young volunteer with a loony or two to meet me up here? So the first one down with a loony or two will be my volunteer. You can point there? Perfect. Now wait right here, okay? So Sebastian is going to show George the loony. Then he'll drop it on the ground. And George is going to use the finger-like projection at the tip of his trunk, sort of like how we use our thumb and forefinger to root around and pick it up. Now he's got over 150,000 muscles and ligaments in his trunk, which is more than what we have in our entire bodies. So can my volunteer hold his hands up nice and flat? George would like to return his loan because he always pays off his debts. You might want to wash that coin off though, because it's been up an elephant's nose. Okay, as you can see, George is quite tall. He's about 9.5 feet at the shoulder, with no obvious means for getting on or off. So we had to invent our own ways. First, George and I are going to show you a front leg mount. And getting off is just the reverse. So, George is going to lift that front foot back up. And then lower me gently. But now we'd like to show you a hind leg mount, because George and I have always been a little bit backwards. So for this mount, I grab a hold of George's tail, and then I can hoist myself up. Now, when working with animals, it's very important that we check them over daily to make sure that they're healthy. So, since our elephants are so big, the best way for us to check them over is to get them to lay down. So slowly but surely, all of our elephants will lay down. But some are a little bit slower than others. Jake, why aren't you laying down? Oh, we forgot something, guys. I think Sebastian's going to go get it for us. Jake needs his pillow. He can be a little fussy without that pillow of his, but we've got it now. And it looks like he's settling down nicely. Alright, so now that the trainers have the elephants laying down, they'll take a look at their bottoms of their feet, which consists of a 1-inch thick callus pad, to make sure that there are no thorns or stones embedded. Also to see if their nails are filing. Then they're going to take a look at their eyes, ears, and mouths to make sure everything's clean. And of course, the sign of a healthy animal is a good clear eye. Well, everybody passed their inspection today? Perfect. Time to get up. Uh-oh. Do we have a sleepy elephant up there? Come on, Jake, you can't take a nap during the show. What are we going to do, Charlie? Maybe he would listen to all of us if we were to tell him to get up. So on the count of 3, I'm going to need you guys to yell, "Get up, Jake." Ready? 1, 2, 3. Get up, Jake. That did it. And he set the show off. Now in every family, there's usually an artist. And our elephant family is no exception. George would like to show you guys his artistic skills by painting you a one-of-a-kind t-shirt. You can find our elephant's artwork in our gift shop. While he's finishing up over there, I'd just like to tell you a few more things about elephants. So elephants can live to be 60 to 70 years old, and a full-grown elephant will eat between 250 to 300 pounds of food in a day. Their diet consists of hay, oats, fruits and vegetables, and supplemental grains. They will then drink between 50 to 60 gallons of water in a day. Unfortunately, both Asian and African elephants are endangered. So here at the safari, we are very dedicated to preserving both species. We've had 13 Asian elephant babies born since 1991. Looks like George is all finished over there. Well done, George. Now here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our safari elephants. To thank you all for coming here today, George and Jake would like to give one last safari salute. And a bow for a job well done.